Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to take you through our summer and we're going to pretty much talk about what's going on. So as far as the summer goes, I definitely wanted to do like a really low-key summer. I didn't want to spend too much money. I wanted to utilize whatever free resources that I could find this summer, and I think I succeeded in that. My local library had a ton of free resources, one of which was a scavenger hunt, which got us all out of the house, going to parks, looking for that blue plaque, and it was just a fun activity for the kids and myself. It was a free activity, which made it even better. Another activity that my library held was a reading activity, so it kept the kids reading. We was able to get a free prize every time they finished a reading challenge, which was a really good incentive to just keep pushing with the reading this summer. I also utilized MWR, so there's two bases by my house. One of them is a little further out, but that one had a lot of fun activities for the summer. They had like nighttime swim with the movie. They had an art day. They had a science day. They had a ton of stuff. Kylie is into science, so we utilized the science day, and on the particular day that you guys see here, they basically froze some water inside of a glove with a whole bunch of bugs in it, and she had to get the bugs out, so that was really fun. We also utilized our community pool. Like, we was pretty much there once a week, sometimes twice a week, and that was really fun, low-key. I could walk to the pool from my house. It was just a really good experience. This summer was a really significant summer for me. I definitely wanted to take the time to relax and enjoy my family and see family. And the main reason for that is because we are moving again. I've known this for a while, and if you guys have seen any of my other videos, it's something that I've been hinting at for a while. It's one of those things that I didn't really know how to say and how to put out there because I wasn't really sure about my feelings. As a military family, we were expected to move. Sometimes, we don't get too much notice. And for this particular move, we was in Maryland for maybe a few months before we found out we would be moving during the summer, like pretty much right after the summer. And I don't know, I guess I ended up falling in love with Maryland. I loved where we were. I loved my neighborhood. I loved the library. I just started to love Maryland, and it just became daunting to think about and to talk about and really think about what life is going to be like somewhere else. And so this summer was just a really, really important summer for me and the kids to just kind of enjoy our last few months in Maryland and to make as many memories as we can. Another thing that kind of made me not want to leave Maryland was that my older sister and her family ended up moving like an hour away from me. And that's literally the closest we've been since I left home in like 2012. So we did enjoy as much time as we could with them this summer, but it was kind of short-lived. One of the other things that was really important to me this summer was to get Kylie in the kitchen. And one way in which I did that was to have her cook the things that she loves to eat. So like her favorite desserts, one of them being brownies, which is really a favorite of like the household. And it worked. She was in the kitchen with me. She also helped me make some smoothies. Oh, by the way, those brownies did not last like 2 days in my house. But she also helped me make some smoothies, which was really, really fun. I've never made smoothies before, and we decided to try our hand at a mango smoothie. I think it came out pretty good. The molds that you guys are about to see is actually what prompted me to try my hand at this smoothie because I saw them in Home Depot and I was like, I have to get them. So that's how this bright idea was even created. And as you guys can see, Kenji is also in the kitchen helping out. He definitely loves being in the kitchen, especially when it comes to like homemade from scratch things, like if I'm making dough or bread, or as you guys can see, like the ices. He's very hands-on as well. So he was also in the kitchen this summer, not just Kylie. And if you guys aren't new here, then you know I usually juice as much as possible, especially for the kids. So I definitely continued that this summer as well. And as far as the ices go, I think the next day we ended up having like a little picnic, which is something we did often in the summer, and we would just do it in our backyard. On that particular day, it was also like super hot, so these ices were very refreshing. Kenji enjoyed his icy, I enjoyed it, and of course Lou enjoyed it, but you know, there's always that one kid that's just like, and for us in my household, that's Kylie. She's very picky, which I don't even understand how, especially living in Japan. Like, she ate all types of stuff. Not to say she wasn't picky in Japan, but she still ate some weird stuff in Japan. So to come home and be as picky as she is just like baffling to me. But picnics were definitely one of my favorite things to do this summer, and at times it was kind of like my go-to thing because we always did it in the backyard. It was an easy way for us to get sun. The kids could run around. We would do simple activities like blow bubbles or like kick the ball or something like that. And it was just really easy for us to be out and about. And as I told you guys earlier in the video, we stayed at the library. We almost lived at the library, I felt like. And one of the things that I really enjoyed this summer was this rolly bag that I also got from Home Goods, because whenever I went to the library, we were there for like hours. So I always packed lunch. I had our water bottles, I had snacks, and being able to transport it in a bag with wheels, which the bag was insulated, was so much easier than carrying it on my back. On this particular day, Kylie had a class. She had a pottery sculpting class, and we ended up going a few hours early so that way they could play at the library. This library has dress up, they have arts and crafts, of course, they have some pretend play. They also do activities like this throughout the year. Kylie has gone to several different activities. She was in the comic book club, the art club, and of course, Kenji has done the same as well. I think on this day, they also did a scavenger hunt, which was pretty fun. I even participated in the scavenger hunt. But all in all, like, this is why I'm always saying I love this library and I will die on this hill, because I've never experienced a library quite like this before. And I do hope that in Florida, we have something similar. And I forgot to mention, but they also have adult classes at the library. I've done several. Okay, enough talking about the library. In this next clip, you guys will see my nephew and my brother-in-law riding a bike. I found out that my brother-in-law didn't know how to ride a bike, and I was like, no, I'm going to teach you. You're going to learn. So this is like the clip of him actually riding the bike, and I definitely had to include that in here. So much more has happened this summer, but I gotta be honest, I picked up my camera when I remembered to pick up my camera, and I'm glad I did it that way because this summer was filled with so much love and laughter and so much quality time, and I felt like that's how it was supposed to be. More of me just being in the moment and less behind the camera. As you guys are seeing in these clips, I did end up going hiking with my family, with my sisters in particular, and it just meant a lot to me because you guys know how much I love to hike, especially now after, you know, having lived in Japan for so long. I was so elated to have the experience to do it, but like with my sisters, and the fact that they were like good sports, they wasn't complaining or anything, and it was a really good experience. As you guys are watching this video and listening to this clip, I am currently in Florida. We've been here for almost a month, and I did not get to record the process of us moving, but I did record some stuff. So definitely keep a lookout for the next video where you'll see more of that. But for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.